Hello there, my Scorpios, and welcome to your September 2019 love reading. I don't want to waste much of your time, so I'm going to make this really simple. I removed the crystals from the top of the cards. This is a pick a card reading, if you guys haven't figured that out already. I removed the crystals because people were making it way too complicated. I'm just like, you know what? It's not that deep. It can all be so very simple. So I'm sure you guys can understand that. So what we're going to do is if you gravitate towards deck number one, this is your deck, this is your message, okay? If you gravitate towards deck number two, this is your deck, this is your reading. If you gravitate towards deck number three, this is your deck, this is your reading, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and remove deck three and deck two. And for those of you guys who picked deck number one, let's go ahead and get into your reading, okay? So you guys have worth waiting for. You have this coupled with a nine of summer, the chariot, the two of clubs, the king of cups, the jack of spades, okay? And for those of you who are looking for the numerology, in this deck, there are no repeating numbers. However, you can feel free to look up numbers 9, 2, and 7. And there could also be some sort of hidden messages in there for you or something that resonates for you in that, okay? So for my first group of Scorpios, I feel like you guys are moving into a more healthier place. I feel like you guys have come to some sort of understanding after going through what may have been a very trying or emotional experience with someone. I feel like now you guys are understanding your worth, and you're also working as co-creators with the universe, the divine source. I feel like you guys are trusting not only in yourselves, but you're also trusting in a higher power. So you are waiting for divine timing to take place in your life before moving forward with anybody else on an emotional level, okay? I feel like in the past you guys might have been led by your emotions with the chariot card coming in here. I feel like in the past you may have decided to move on your own accord instead of allowing, divine timing, allowing source, allowing God, whatever you believe in, allowing that to ultimately take its course, take its place, okay? So I feel like you may have acted off of your emotions. You may have gotten yourself in a situation with someone who could have possibly been emotionally unstable, or somebody that you experienced a lot of emotional trauma or even like emotional manipulation with, because sevens do have a lot to do with deception, okay? They could have even deceived you on a spiritual level. So some of you guys may have felt like you were moving forward with a divine partner or a soulmate, okay? Especially if you have been single for quite some time, and then you finally met someone who you connected with on a spiritual or an emotional level, and you thought, you know what, this was the one. However, whenever I see the chariot, I always say this in my readings. I always pay attention to those dim statues, that black and that white statue. I feel like it's symbolic of not only like light and darkness, of course, but I feel like it's also symbolic of things that are hidden that have yet to come to light. And the chariot moves very quickly, almost like the moon. The moon changes phases like every day. Like, so it can't really be 100% trusted at times, because you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. You really haven't paid attention to the finer details. You're moving based off of emotion and instinct, okay, instead of logic. So I feel like you guys are moving forward out of this energy. You understand that now, this too shall pass. You are coming out of a dark period. You are entering into the light. You're becoming more emotionally sound and stable. And I feel like you are about to embark on a lot of blessings, okay? With the nine of summer coming in here, nines have a lot to do with endings as well. You're putting an end to that old part of yourself that wasn't serving your highest good, okay? And I feel like you guys are about to receive some sort of wish fulfillment. You're about to enter into a magical time in your life. But this is only for the ones who have actually put an ending to this, and who are now more so focused on themselves and allowing, like I said, divine timing to take its course. You may have been met with a lot of disappointments in the past, a lot of oppositions, but that's what usually occurs when you are working towards something that's not meant for you. When it's meant for you, when it's divinely sent to you, it usually flows. You know what I mean? It's not a lot of resistance there. So I feel like now you're being more proactive when it comes to your emotional and mental and physical self and spiritual self. I feel like you're being more courageous when it comes to really setting those boundaries and sticking to it. I feel like right now, whoever this person was who created this shift in your life, I feel like right now you guys are detached from that person. You may have cut that person off completely. Completely. You may have ended things with this person. I feel like the issue with this individual that you tolerated with that King of Cups, I feel like the issue with this person was they could have been younger with this Jack of Spades. If they weren't like physically younger, I feel like maybe mentally or emotionally, this person just wasn't there. They weren't like developed. They weren't on the same level as you. And I feel like a lot of you guys may have felt like you could teach this person by being like that beacon of light in their life. You felt like you could teach them through your ability to heal, or your ability to set some sort of example, or your ability to love them through their pain. And ultimately, you may have served as almost like a therapist for them. And you're not, unless that's your profession, but you're not here to I don't want to say you're not here to heal people, because I mean that's not right. But you're not here to save. You're not here to save anybody else, okay? Especially if it's at the cost of you losing yourself, okay? So right now, I feel like some of you may even be in therapy, or you may be speaking to someone, a professional, in order to help get your emotions in check. I feel like you are facing your fears head on. You guys are going after your goals, your dreams. You're no longer holding back, or you're no longer like stuck or stifled because you're no longer carrying a heavy load behind you. You're no longer the one having to pull the entire chariot on your own. Isn't that interesting? I think that's the first time I've ever said that. This person is in this chariot by themselves. Okay, so just be careful. If you haven't cut off communication with this person, maybe you should, because I feel like this person could be very controlling, jealous. They may even start arguments with you. They may even try to put you in some sort of a dangerous situation, just because they are emotionally not, stable or grounded. So just be careful. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. However, it could be any other signs. So for my next group, my second group of Scorpios, you guys have healing family issues. I feel like this one comes up all the time for you guys. The Magician, the Ten of Cups, the Eight of Spades, the Seven of Rods, and the Seven of Spades, okay? So for this group of people, I feel like you are stuck with someone, okay? Whatever relationship this is talking about, whether it's a family relationship, like a family dynamic, or if it's speaking of a romantic partner who you created a child or a family with, I feel like you cannot avoid this person, okay? Because you guys are stuck together, either bonded by blood, or you're bonded to this person because you created life or lives with them, okay? Whatever the case may be for you, definitely feel like this person was in it for themselves. This is somebody who was selfish, okay? This is also someone who came from a rocky background, somebody who was looking for some sort of healing through you, some sort of nurturing through you, okay? This is somebody who has mommy issues or daddy issues, or this could even be your energy. Maybe you guys were drawn to each other's pain, okay? This happens all the time. So what I always advise whenever I see healing family issues is to get to the root of the problem. I feel like a lot of you guys have to stop blaming the person that you attract ultimately. And you have to start looking inwards. And then when you're looking inward, that will lead you down the path of looking at your history. Okay, you're gonna have to face yourself. So who did you learn these patterns, these behaviors from? Was it your mother? Was it your father? Was it both? Was one absent and you learned it through their style of dating with the partners that came in and out of their lives? You have to get to the root of it if you really want to prevent it from trickling down to your child or your children, whether you have a child or whether you plan on having a child or children in the future, okay? Or if they're already here. But you have to break the pattern, the generational curses, okay? And then you have to also heal that part of yourself so that you don't continue to attract your parents and your partners, okay? So, with that being said, for others of you, I feel like the issue is with the partner. Okay, so for those of you guys I just got through talking about, you need to like heal your relationship with your parents. You have to like forgive them, and then ultimately forgive yourself. You know, for your actions or repeating their mistakes or behaviors in your relationships. You know, this is not the blame game. I just talked about this in my live a second ago, but this is not the blame game. You know, once you understand that they are also a product of their environment, you lose that need to almost like hold a grudge against them or be angry once you see that they were also conditioned that way. You know, it's hard to stay mad at somebody who shares your same pain. You know, for those of you guys who are dealing with somebody that you can never escape, meaning you have a child or children with them, I feel like you have to set some sort of boundaries with this person. With the 10 of Cups, I feel like you guys have to do away with the arguments, with the blame game. I feel like you guys have to stop pointing fingers, especially if there are children involved, because you're affecting them, whether you think you are or not. You are. I don't care if you say we don't argue around the children. Children are very intuitive. They're super intelligent. So they pick up on everything. You have to lead by example. So if that requires that you forgive someone, that person who you have the child with, your parents, their parents, whoever. This is about forgiving and coming into this place of like understanding. That way you guys can like co-parent or just even coexist. Okay. So with the Magician coming in here, I do feel like this. Okay, so just because you forgive a person doesn't mean you have to allow them in your life, okay? This person is not good for you, okay? This person is not good for you. This person was in it for themselves, for selfish reasons, or this could also be your energy, okay? This person is very powerful, great at what they do, you know? They can sell a fish water. That's my first time ever using that. Okay, so they're good at what they do, but they're in it for their own benefit. They're very resourceful, okay? But when they have their eye or their eye set on something, they go after it. They carry out a plan, and you just so happen to fit, you know, the mold. You know, it's okay. It's okay. Now you can become the Magician, aka the Alchemist, and you can use what you've learned from this experience and you can transmute that energy. That way you don't have to repeat it. And I feel like that's what most of you guys are about to do, because you have the 7 of Rods here, meaning you are standing your ground. You're no longer falling for the things that once got you caught up. You're no longer allowing these disappointments in your life. You're no longer allowing these oppositions. You're no longer allowing frustrations and blockages in your life. You understand that this was a one-sided relationship. I feel like a lot of you guys may have loved this person more than they loved you, or more than they were capable of loving you. And again, that's something you have to work on within yourself. And you may have felt persecuted or victimized by this, but if you're still here and you're still breathing and you're able to learn and move forward, then you're not a victim anymore, okay? You're a survivor. So don't allow this person to come in, and don't allow them to get it confused either. Just because you forgive them and just because you are dedicated to working together as a family dynamic or as co-parents doesn't mean that they get to just come back in your life either and use you for what you have. So stand your ground. Say no. Just say no. Keep your defenses up. You know, stay in your position, because this is unhealthy. This is full of vices and addictions. Don't sleep with this person. Dear God, don't sleep with them, because this is sex without love, and it'll leave you feeling guilty, and it'll leave you in a downward spiral. This is a repeating pattern, okay? And this person will take from you, even if it's not something physical or tangible. This person will take something from you. It's almost like they drain your energy, your soul. You know, don't allow people to take from you who can't put back what they took, or who can't match you equally, not even in energy. Okay, so I understand that a lot of you guys may have been blaming your parents too, because you felt like they didn't set a right example, or they gave you bad advice, or you know, they weren't there to like steer you in the right direction. But again, it's time to do away with the blame game, the victim mentality. We're stepping into a place where you really have to be accountable for all of your actions. Okay, so let's see. Those of you guys who are looking for synchronicities, you have 7-7 here. So I would definitely look up the meaning behind that. And if you want, you can still look up 1, 8, and 10, because there may be messages behind that as well, okay? And I have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Gemini. However, it could be any other signs. So for my last group of Scorpios, you guys have playfulness, the King of Autumn, Justice, the Ace of Clubs, the Queen of Cups, and the 9 of Clubs, okay? So you're being advised that you just need to stay calm, because success is yours no matter what. So what's meant for you will always be for you. It will never pass you by, okay? This kind of plays into the divine timing for the first group, if you guys are watching the whole video. But life goes in cycles, ebbs and flows, ups and downs. And I feel like you're coming to some sort of a culmination with this 9 coming in here, and ending to, you know, that old way of doing things, that old mindset as well. I feel like people from your past, like old friends, will start to come back around and get in touch with you around this time as well. Or you guys may be looking into traveling or doing things that you find more enjoyable. With playfulness, I feel like in this spread, I feel like some of you guys may have been dealing with someone who did not desire anything serious, okay? I feel like somebody may have toyed with your emotions, or even played with your mind, because you have a hell of a lot of air here. So if that is the case for you, understand that what they have done to you will also be done onto them, okay? They're not getting away with anything with justice coming in here. So if somebody played with your emotions or played with your mind, understand that you don't have to get back at them. You don't have to do anything. You just have to sit back and keep living your best life, okay? So the scales will be balanced, okay? What they did to you will be done onto them. What you need to do is become more knowledgeable of this type of character and this type of behavior. That way you can be honest with yourself when you see it and recognize it, and you don't try to heal these people past their pain. You don't try to be the one to make them see the greatness in you, okay? You may have had some sort of a soul or spiritual connection with this person, but at the same time, this person was looking for a good time. This is somebody who wants something light. This is somebody who wanted something lighthearted and fun. And you may have been ready to give of your cup, to give of yourself, but understand that this was part of some sort of karma. And I feel like a lot of you guys may have even admitted to yourselves that, or maybe you knew when you were in it that, you know what, this feels karmic, and maybe you tolerated it anyways, okay? But this was you settling some sort of debt so that this won't come back around again, okay? So with the King of Autumn, I feel like you are becoming more compassionate for yourself. I feel like you're also giving the same type of love and care that you've given to so many others. I feel like you're now filling your own cup and giving that to yourselves, okay? And those who truly mean something to you and those who truly matter, meaning people who also fill you up. So you're being more assertive when it comes to what you know is right, and you're being more true and authentic to yourself. And I feel like now you're moving forward and you're focusing on yourself, and I feel like things are going to start panning out in your favor, okay? I feel like good people are coming in. You have a lot of good people around you. Like I said, even some people that you may have lost contact with are coming back around again. With the Ace of Clubs, I feel like you will have success in all areas of your life as long as you continue to do what's right and fill your own cup, focus on yourself, and not try to get back at anybody. What they did to you is already done unto them, okay? So I feel like when it comes to your finances, I always say this: the universe doesn't skip a beat. They don't miss anything that you do. If you feel like, oh, in that past relationship, I gave my best, I gave my all, and this person played me, they used me, there's no such thing. There's no such thing, because although you gave a lot and you felt like you did not receive in return, you felt like there wasn't an equal give and take, the universe will take what you did. They see that, hey, you really put in your all. You really rose to your highest potential. You were really the best version of yourself in that experience. So you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to bless you over here, okay? Look at him sitting on his throne. Riches all around him. Wealth all around him. So the Ace of Clubs confirms this. Cut this person off. Don't worry about it anymore. The universe is handling it. And you're about to receive a lot of prosperity, okay? So those of you guys who are embarking on a new path or a new career, or if you're going after your dreams, a lot of wealth and prosperity will follow you. All these new ventures that you have been working on, it's all going to come full circle for you, okay? You had your energy scattered in too many places and too many directions before. So the universe didn't know what to send you because you were giving your power away, you were giving your energy away. So now that you have defined a direction for yourself, you have a stronger sense of self, a stronger sense of purpose, and you're more optimistic, now good things are able to flow into your life. And I feel like a lot of you guys are inspiring other people. This is why people from afar are gravitating towards you, okay? People are getting in contact with you. So your aura is really bright right now. Spirit is also communicating with you and also blessing you, okay? Maybe with signals or like synchronicities or just good things that are unfolding around you. Maybe you go somewhere and someone's like, I don't know, they pay your parking meter or something, like things like that. You are on the right path. However, right now, Spirit is also wanting you to go past your limitations, okay? So if you are holding back in some area of your life, if you're like kind of like hesitant or like you're scared to like really put yourself out there, Spirit is saying go for it, okay? So you only have two numbers here, which is a 9 and number 11, which is, you know, a master number. So you guys need to look up these meanings for yourself and yeah, see what Spirit has in store for you. This is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, or Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. However, it could be any other signs. You guys, I don't know if I'm going to keep these type of readings, but let me know what you think about it, of course, below. Yeah, I love you guys and I appreciate you guys so much. And I want you guys to also love yourselves, okay? Until next time.